everyone. In this video, we will cover the current affairs. I am Nuzhat Sana. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GK Today Academy app. You can attend the quizzes on this app for better practice, and after that you can also read the detailed explanation of the questions you have missed. For regular updates, please check our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. You can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. For hard copy books, you can visit our website gktbooks.com. Okay. Also, our latest initiative is UPSC Prelims Test Series for 2021 and 2022 in GK Today Academy app. So if you are appearing in UPSC Prelims, you may consider joining this. So now, without wasting any further time, let's get started. So today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 9th of June 2021. Starting with very first question. Square Inc. belongs to the owner of which social media major? First of all, why Square Inc. is in news? Because recently it has announced that it would invest 5 million to build an open source solar powered Bitcoin mining facility. And for this purpose, Square Inc. has also announced that it would be in partnership with blockchain technology company Blockstream Mining, and this mining facility would be constructed at one of the Blockstream sites in the USA. So it belongs to Twitter, the owner of which is Jack Dorsey. Now Twitter is also in news these days because Government of India has sent the final notice to the Twitter on 5th of June for compliance with new IT rules. Because as we know that despite repeated letters from the ministry, Twitter had failed to provide the adequate clarifications regarding new IT rules, and that's why ministry has warned this time by giving final notice on 5th of June. Also, Twitter is in news because Nigeria has banned the Twitter. Why? Because Twitter has deleted the president of Nigeria's tweet. Who is the president of Nigeria? Muhammad Buhari. Actually, he tweeted and threatened to punish the regional people in the West African country. So this was the tweet which was deleted by the Twitter, and that's why Nigeria has now banned the access of Twitter in their country. Talking about Nigeria, capital is Abuja and currency is Naira. Question number 2. Jahan vote wahan vaccination campaign is an initiative of which institution? This question we have done already in the previous lecture, so you might be aware of it, but let's quickly revise once again. The government of Delhi has launched this campaign named as Jahan vote wahan vaccination. What is the purpose of it? It aims to vaccinate all the people of Delhi who are at the age of 45 years or 45 plus. They will be vaccinated under this program within next 4 weeks. Also, under this campaign, people living in Delhi have been advised to get themselves vaccinated in their designated polling station, or you can say polling booths. Okay. Now, few months back, I think 2-3 months back, this is news from March, there was an act which was called as Government of National Capital Territory of Delhi Amendment Act 2021. It got the presidential assent, and what was it? Under this, it gives primacy to the Lieutenant Governor over the elected government. Okay, so Lieutenant Governor is supreme here in this territory, and this was all about this act. Also, Delhi was in news because in December month last year, Prime Minister Modi inaugurated first driverless train of India on Delhi Metro. Question number 3. Which intergovernmental group has announced the minimum global tax on multinational companies? So this thing has been decided by G7. So they had announced recently the minimum global tax would be fixed on multinational companies, and the lower floor limit has been fixed at 15%. What is G7? It is an organization which consists of 7 countries in itself. What are they? Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, UK and US. So these are the 7 countries which comes under G7. Now last month G7 was in news. Why? Because this group has agreed to accelerate efforts against the global warming problem during a 2-day virtual meeting, and this meeting was hosted by United Kingdoms. And in this particular meeting, it has also committed to stop government support for new power plants that are based on coal fire. By which year? 2021. Fine. Question number 4. Which state has released a short film on Chhatrapati Shivaji titled as Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Shiv Rajya Abhishek Divas? So this short film has been made by Goa. The government of Goa has released this film on the occasion of Chhatrapati Shivaji's coronation day. And recently this day was celebrated. Can you tell me on which day we celebrate this? And also this film has been released in Konkani as well as Hindi versions. And it covers the history of basically Goa and the role of Shivaji in fight against the Portuguese. Basically it is said to restore the forts and all the temples which have been built by the king. Now talking about Goa, two things are important. First of all, Goa launches its solar-based electrification program for all the rural households of state. Why it has been launched? Because this program will bring electricity using renewable energy to their rural areas in Goa where grid connectivity is not feasible, or you can say where direct electricity cannot be provided. Then second thing about Goa is it has become 6th state to complete urban local bodies reform, which has been set up by Department of Expenditure. So now Goa is eligible to mobilize additional financial assistance for its development. Okay. Question number 5. Database named iFamilia has been launched by which organization? What is iFamilia? It is a global database which has been launched by Interpol. Basically Interpol is the international law enforcement agency, and it has launched iFamilia. Why? To identify missing persons using the DNA of their family members. So basically it has 3 components. First is dedicated global database on DNA profiles. Second is DNA matching software, which is called as Bonaparte. And the third is interpretation guidelines. So these are the 3 components of the iFamilia, which has been launched by Interpol. Now Interpol's one operation is extremely famous, which is named as Operation Thunder. What is it? So actually Interpol along with WCO, means World Customs Organization, conducted this operation in 103 countries, and the aim of the operation was to tackle environmental crimes. So this is the very famous operation of Interpol, and also the headquarters of Interpol lies in Lyon, France. Now here you have to tell me the name of one such organization, the headquarters of which lies in Paris, France. Do write your answers in the comment section. Question number 6. Where is the headquarters of BIMSTEC located? First of all, what is BIMSTEC? The Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation. It is an intergovernmental organization which consists of 7 nations from South Asia and Southeast Asia, and the headquarters of BIMSTEC lies in Dhaka, Bangladesh. So first of all, this organization was established in the year 1997. And why BIMSTEC is in news? Because 24th BIMSTEC Day was celebrated on 6th of June 2021. So this was the 24th anniversary of BIMSTEC Day. Now what are the name of these 7 countries? It's India, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Bhutan, Bangladesh. These countries are from South Asia, plus 2 countries from Southeast Asia, which are Thailand and Myanmar. Okay. Now also BIMSTEC was in news in April month because 17th BIMSTEC ministerial meeting was held, in which our external affairs minister participated, and this meeting was chaired by Sri Lanka. Question number 7. Based on how many parameters the Performance Grading Index or PGI 2019-20 is released? What is Performance Grading Index? Actually, it is a measure to grade Indian states and union territories on the basis of education, and this is in news because recently this index has been approved to be launched by Union Ministry of Education. So basically this index is based on a set of total 70 parameters, and under this index Punjab, Chandigarh, Tamil Nadu, Andaman Nicobar Islands and Kerala, these are the 5 which occupy the top 5 positions for the year 2019-20. Now in the previous lecture we have talked about CCI, that is Consumer Confidence Index. What was it? This index tells how much people are optimistic and it measures the confidence of consumer. And this index was in news because it has recorded an all-time low due to second wave of COVID-19. Also we have talked about Sustainable Development Index in the previous lecture as well, in which Kerala has occupied the top position among the state list, and Chandigarh was the first among the union territories. Fine. Question number 8. As per the State of India's Environment Report 2021, what is India's rank on achievement of 17 Sustainable Development Goals? So actually this report is an annual publication of Down to Earth magazine, and as per this report, India has been ranked at 117th position in implementing and achieving the Sustainable Development Goals of 2030. Last year, India was ranked at 115, but now it has slipped by 2 points and now it has reached to 117. And the reason of this downfall is the major challenges of India like gender inequality, inability to end hunger. These were the reasons why India slipped. Okay. Now there is one more ranking which is important for you. Times Higher Education Asia University Ranking 2021. So under this ranking, 3 Indian universities secured positions in top 100 list. Which are they? IISc Bangalore, then IIT Ropar and IIT Indore. And in this list, first position was occupied by Tsinghua University, which belongs to China. So these are the important points regarding this index. Question number 9. Scorpius constellation, summer solstice and strawberry moon are the various space events expected to occur in which month? So these are the events from June month, because on 10th of June a solar eclipse is expected to be witnessing, while on 20 to 21 June summer solstice, which is the astronomical end of spring and the beginning of summer, this can occur. Do you know what is summer solstice? Actually this happens when one of Earth's pole has maximum distance towards the sun. Okay, and it happens twice every year because our Earth has 2 hemispheres, hence 2 poles. So that's why 2 times this solstice occurs. Okay, and this day will be the longest period of daylight. Now what is a strawberry moon? It is a full moon of June. Okay, so one word for the full moon of June is strawberry moon. Then what is a Scorpius constellation? See, on the summer evenings, a curved grouping of stars is noticed across the southern sky with red color. This is called as Scorpius constellation. So these all are the events from June month itself. Now few days back we have talked about blood moon. What is it? This occurs when moon of Earth is on total lunar eclipse. So this time moon looks red, or you can say dark brown in color. So that's why we call this as blood moon. Fine. Question number 10. Alexander Pushkin is a famous poet of which language? So he is a Russian poet and he is considered as father of modern Russian language. And his birthday is selected as the UN Russian Language Day. And this day is celebrated on 6th of June every year. So this event was initially established by UNESCO in the year 2010. And this UN Russian Language Day is celebrated to promote multilingualism, means promotion of equal use of all 6 of the UN's official working languages. Okay. Now we celebrate World Book Day on 23rd of April, and this year International Booker Prize was given to David Diop. Now one more question for you. You have to tell me for which work or his writing he was awarded with this prize. Do let me know in the comments. Question number 11. What is the theme of the World Oceans Day 2021? So we have talked about this day in the previous lecture. It is celebrated on 8th of June every year. And this year UN has called for sustainable efforts and stopping plastic pollution in order to save our oceans, because we know that this type of pollution is extremely harmful for our aquatic life. So this is the second year of virtual celebration of the UN World Ocean Day due to obviously coronavirus pandemic, and this year the theme was life and livelihoods. Also we celebrate our World Environment Day on 5th of June. You have to tell me who was the host for this day this year. Okay. Question number 12. World Employment and Social Outlook Trends 2021 is a report released by which organization? So this report has been released by International Labour Organization, the headquarters of which lies in Geneva, Switzerland. And as per this report, global crisis induced job gap will reach up to 75 million in 2021, and further in 2022 it would decrease and reach to 23 millions. And this report also predicts that employment growth will be insufficient to make up for the losses suffered until at least 2023. Means the losses we have suffered during this coronavirus pandemic, it would not be compatible with employment growth for this period. Okay. Now talking about some more indexes and reports, India ranks 87 in Global Energy Transition Index. Also India ranks 49 in CGGI, means Chandler Goods Government Index. Actually this index is based on government capabilities. So in this we are on 49th position. Question number 13. Who is the head of the E-Committee of the Supreme Court which has finalized rules for live streaming of court proceedings? So the E-Committee of the Supreme Court, which was headed by Justice Dhananjay Y, has finalized now draft rules for live streaming and recording of court proceedings of high courts, trial courts and tribunals. So now this is valid, and the committee has written to Chief Justice of all the 24 high courts seeking for input and suggestion on the draft rules. And as per the committee, the right of access to justice is guaranteed under Article 21 of the Indian Constitution, which provides the right to access live court proceedings. Now one question for you. Can you tell me Article 21 deals with which type of right, or you can say which type of fundamental right? Now Supreme Court was also in news because it has said that only President can take decisions in declaring the socially and economically backward community. Why this decision has been taken? Because now under 102nd Constitutional Amendment Act, now there is no power to state government so as to designate which community is socially and economically backward. Because what was happening is the state was increasing this list for getting more and more quota benefits. So that's why now state has no power of it, and this power now only rests with president. Only president is the one who can decide which community is backward and which is. Question number 14. Raising and accelerating micro, small and medium enterprise MSME performance, which is RAM program. It is an initiative of which organization? So this is the initiative of World Bank, and recently World Bank has approved a 500 million USD to help boost India's MSME sector. And do not forget the full form of this acronym, RAM. So basically this will target to improve the performance of 5,50,000 MSMEs by providing them better access to finance and working capital for MSMEs. And before it, World Bank has also launched 750 million rupees MSME Emergency Response Program in July month last year. Talking about World Bank, headquarters lies in Washington DC, and current chairman of World Bank is David Malpass. Coming to last question, which country has signed a law to formalize the exit from Open Skies Treaty? So we have discussed about this treaty in the previous lecture somewhere. So recently, Russian President Vladimir Putin has signed a law of Russia's formal exit from this treaty. So this treaty was signed in 1992 but came into effect from 2002. And this allows the countries to conduct short noticed and unarmed surveillance flights over the entire territory of other parties. Okay, and it also allows members to collect information on one another military forces. But now Russia is no more part of this treaty. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from past 2-3 days current affairs. Here you have to pause the video and try to answer each of these questions. At the end of the lecture, do not forget to tell me how much you have scored in these 5. So please do not cheat and be honest with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned, and thank you so much for watching till the end. Please don't forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Meenuzat Sana signing off.